let me start. I'll start with XRP, and I'll do the 50-minute arc just to tune into yesterday's session. You can see this long-term center line here, and then this divergence line here. So lifted up through it. I stayed in that little bit longer because I could see it was still traveling up. I wanted to see what it would do with this divergence line first, yeah, because I saw it broke this one. Not such good news, but then let's see what it does in this one. So you can see it broke down and it's breaking back through, yeah. So the target is still there's 29.7. I've bumped my target up to 30. I bumped it up to 30 just to give it a little bit more, make it a little bit easier to take profit, yeah. For sure, it could be coming down to this blue line, coming down to the triangle line, yeah. But I'm happy to take a profit at 30 if it hits that, yeah. So that's what I'm looking at now. And you can see the wedge, see the ascending wedge, it broke out of it. It dropped back into the blue triangle here, the support and resistance line here. Back tested it, and now we're coming down. There's going to be a strong push down pretty soon, yeah. And we look at the MAs to see what that is, yeah. Now I'm going to do this because I haven't talked about this for a couple of days. You see these faded, these blocks here, these rectangular lines. These are the support and resistance ranges. So you can see, and again, I'm watching these all the time if I don't always talk about them, yeah. As you can see, it dropped down here. Look, 1, 2, 3 up, 1 down, 1 up, a retrace, 2 up, a retrace, back again, a retrace, and then 1, 2, tops out. So breaks through one, a back test, drops to another, a little back test here, the blue line, and you can see we're going to push down. And I reckon we're going to come and probably break down to here, but we might get a stronger push down to here. And I'll show you why in a moment, yeah. But I'm going to now talk through the 20 EMA and the 55 EMA just from the 12-hour, just to look at what happened and what's happening. So you can see that on the 12-hour is the 12-hour 55 is up there. The 12-hour nearly got a wick. Yes, yesterday. Oh, sorry, it did get a wick there yesterday. That was the rejection. And then look at this rejection wick here. Yeah, it nearly came up and back tested it again. So now, when I go down to the 4-hour, and the reason I'm going down to the 4-hour is because this spill, is the crossing of the 4-hour here. Yeah. So this whole spill is that crossing, yeah. So to get this coming up here, the 20 breaking the 4-hour, again, that would signify the big pump up, potentially what people call the relief rally, yeah. But you can see it got up, it broke the 55 here, and now it's coming back down. It's great to see it break through the 20. This is why I'm saying there's gonna be a nice little drop coming soon because it broke back through the 20 on the 4-hour. Now, why do I think it's going to have a nice little pump here? Because you can see the 3-hour, look, the 20 come up. If this had broken, this was the whole battle. If this had broken, we would have got another lift up. But it exhausted itself getting up here. So it was like, okay, look, this needs a retrace. But the battle, this has gone on for like 3 days, maybe 4 days now. But now this is turned down. See the 20's turned down with the VWAP coming down. So this is working through here. There's a couple of MA lines here. Once it breaks them, there should be a nice decent candle, red candle coming down. This might even be it by the time it turns, yeah. So here's the 2-hour, and again you see the 2-hour broke here, which is like watching it. Going, oh God, look at this. I'm in my short. I'm like, is it going to turn? And then I see this break and it's gone back up, and I'm going, oh, what's going on here? But anyway, it already, I could see it was already sort of, again, the impulse was doing its thing, yeah. So you can see it drop back in. You see it's on the 55 now. It's below it. So again, there will be a nice drop when you see it moving away. And you can see the 20 here. Look, it back tested to the 20, got rejected, and it's pushing down now, yeah? And then here's the 1 hour. Is, again, if this 1 hour breaks, if this 20 breaks the 55 on the 1 hour, again, it'll be a nice strong push down. I'm not sure whether this needs to cross over this to hit our target. I think it might, but the 15 alone should do, the 15 minute alone should do it. But this is very close. This is 2 hours. No, hang on. 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 or 4 hours, maybe 4 hours away from crossing over, yeah? So now when I go down to the 15, again, while I was sleeping, the 15 crossed over. Yeah, you can see the 15 crossover here, and you can see it's working its way down, yeah? So that's what's happening with these guys, and then you can see the stages is going down. So I am mindful that there's definitely a strong push down due. I am mindful that there's I'll show you in the MAs, there could be a rejection here and a push back up to here before it gets down. So if you're in a short and you see it coming back up here, don't freak out, yeah? There could be that, and I'll show you now on the MAs, yeah? So on the I'm gonna go to the 3-day for a sec, yeah? Is yesterday on the 3-day, you could see it. I was thinking, God, this looks beautiful for a hold, but it didn't. I went all the way up here before it came back down. Now you can see that the price action is below, and the VWAP here is now resistance. There's the 2 days, the same. It's resistance. And the 1 day is the one that we want to look at, because that changed since last night. There's the VWAP down. Here's again the 10 pushing down, and the 5. The 5 here is again looking like, by the time we get down to the Bollinger here, there's 29.7, our target. The 5 here will be on a spill as well, yeah. So it's quite possible that we get a touch, and then down. To me, that's a stronger possibility than the breakup. If market makers want to do something different, again, we could be going up. But it looks like that's, to me, that's where it's going, yeah. And I'm going to do the 12-hour, because the 12-hour is the one, when it changes during the day, is it can change the play of things, yeah. So here's the 20 EMA, there's the VWAP, here's the 5, here's the 20, here's the 10, yeah. Again, all excellent for a push down. There's 30.37, a spike through. So definitely a push down here, yeah. So that's looking good. Even with price action down here, when the 12 turns, it'll still be pushing down. And then I'll just flick to the 4-hour, yeah. So now you can see what I'm talking about the push and the 50 MA on the 4-hour and the Bollinger. That needs to break. There might be a rejection off that and a push back up to the 55 one last time before it comes down, and that could create that 1-2 down. So you see this might be enough. See this wick up here? This might be enough of the push back for the push down. I think it is, but again, something stronger might come in, yeah. And again, here's the 3-hour. Again, all looking super spilly. After all looking super pumpy, now it's looking super spilly, yeah. Again, look at the challenge in the 50 there. So once this breaks, we should get a nice run. Okay, so that's the 2-hour. I don't need to go into everything here. There you go. Look, see this here. Once we break 31.75. Is again, there should be a good long candle or two, yeah. Outside of that, I'll do the ranges. I'd love to talk about, I'm not going to talk about this now. I think I'll actually do a video today just on this, just to describe potential pathways over the next couple of weeks, yeah. But for now, the ranges that I'm going to give is, our target is still in for 29.7. I think after that we're gonna have the bounce back up to the resistance line here, and this is on the daily. I reckon we're probably going to head back up to 32.50 range, and I'll go into the 4 hour just to break it down a little bit more. You can see the touches on this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And again, this is the descending wedge is a downward, a continuation pattern. Yeah, most of the time it's a continuation pattern. So that would be the natural pathway that it would take. Is kind of come down here, do a little bounce, a small retrace and up. For sure it can. It can also do that too. But the tendency is for it to go down. Yeah. So the ranges is 29.7 and then I think we're heading back up to 32 or so, and then I think we'll be doing a smaller retrace, and then we'll see what's what. So so that's it. That's what I think is going to happen. The rest of the day, I think we'll be coming down. I'm not sure how long this is going to take, whether it'll be all done today or we slip into tomorrow, and then this here, yeah. So that's it. It's short and sweet. It's fairly straightforward. Reasonably short and sweet, Mahila. Okay.
Good morning, guys. Now let's start with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, I'll change to the 1 hour so that you see better what happened yesterday. Slowly but surely, it broke the bottom trend line, and it started coming down, and it broke the midline of this sideways channel it's been in, and I believe it's heading for the bottom line somewhere in the region of 19,200, which would be the target for this wedge. And again, I have conservatively calculated it. I haven't put it up to the widest part, somewhere towards it, not the widest, not the most narrow. So I'd say the target, we are still en route for the target of this trade, which is around 19,200. I would put it slightly higher, 19,400, 19,500, just to make sure it's reached, because even if we're to take the confirmation point down to 90,500, there it's a 78% trade if you're 10xing, which is extremely good. Now this trade, the way I'm gonna trade this drop is I'm gonna take most of my profit at 19,500, and then I'm gonna leave a little bit in to see what's gonna happen if it crosses this bottom line. So the confirmation of the downward move, by the confirmation of the downward move, I mean us dropping to the next level into the double bottom area. And this won't happen overnight. This might be this week's move. So I am gonna take my profit probably today, or today during the day, or tonight. It's gonna reach the 19,500. Gonna take most of my profit, and then I'm gonna watch it for the rest of the week to see what happens at the bottom line, unless there's a flash crash. I don't expect any particular reversals. I'll show you the EMAs now. We have broken under the 5 on the day, so after 2 days of closing above it, we are now below it. So on the day we don't have the support of the 5 anymore. Now on the 4 as well, we've lost the support of the midline of the Bollinger. We've lost the support of the 5, of the 50, and now the 5 is turning over to cross down over the 50. So that will bring it down, that will push it down. The 5 is also meeting the midline of the Bollinger. At the moment, it's resting on a long-term support and resistance line. So around 19,000, there's the bottom line of the Bollinger. So maybe that will catch it for a short while and then give it a lift up to the midline, and then bring it down for the double bottom. So I personally wouldn't expect any reversal until that level. That would be the next 4 hour how can I say, possible reversal level. And again, there are two ifs there. The midline can hold for a resistance and push it down for a double bottom, or the midline can break and turn into support and then continue upwards, and then again continue with the a bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upwards. So the next level where I would be where I would be watching for reversal would be the 19,000 for Bitcoin. If I'm to look at the 1 hour, we are right now on the 100 MA. It looks like it is. It looks like it's holding for the moment. There's a holding pattern here, but there's a lot coming from above in terms of pressure. Now, the short time frames at the moment are a little bit how can I say, mix up, because I have the 50 crossing over the 200, so that's giving it a little bit of a lift. So there might be a little bit of a battle here around the 20K to push it down to the 19K. I am watching my trade just to make sure it doesn't reverse. And for reversal, I would look initially to hold some support on the 1 hour. And if for instance, the 5 on the 1 hour, and if I see that it's stubbornly staying above it and it's not pushing down, and other MAs are turning, then I would be taking my profit. But at the moment, I think that we're coming down to at least 19K. At least 19K, of course, with the slight adjustment of meeting the target. So I said that last night about Ethereum. Take your profits when the targets are met, and then you'll have a little bit more, how can I say, clarity in patiently waiting for the next move. So you won't feel like you're threatened. If you've taken most of the money, you've paid yourself basically. Now, Ethereum was the first one out of the 3 ones, XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Ethereum was the first one to break this wedge. I was looking at it yesterday. Initially, it threatened to break it, and then it actually broke it, and I couldn't believe how neatly it did it. So a very nice clear trade, and Ethereum didn't go that high compared to Bitcoin or XRP yesterday either. So it was the nicer one to trade. I said it last night in a post. Take your profits, most of the profits from this trade around the 1070 area, because I expected. This has happened recently with Ethereum. It's not coming to touch the, well, I know the ranges, but the levels. So I'm starting to be a bit more generous with where to take profit. So this was a beautiful drop from the confirmation down to where it is now, 1070, almost 90% in profit. So just waiting for that confirmation there would have been a very nice trade. Now here again, the confirmation of downward move, just like Bitcoin, the 1050, 1060 level for Ethereum is a long-term support and resistance. It is this line that it's been resting on for the past what day are we today? For the past week or so. So this is the line that it should break to head down for a double bottom, somewhere around the area of 900. Now I would be I would be a bit more technical here. So I having taken, you know, maybe 70, 75, 80% of profit here, waiting for the crossing of this line. It will probably be retested because it is long-term support and resistance. And on it being broken down again, it's a good opportunity to DCA and to follow it down to meet the target of this. So the target looks a little bit more, I'm going to move it here, breakpoint. Looks like it wants to go down to the 1000, 1020. I would say, yeah, the 1000, again, just to be, I would be a little bit more generous, but I think the target for this wedge will carry us past this support and resistance line. So this wedge was an accumulation period to break through this support and resistance downwards towards a double bottom. Now I'm saying it's a double bottom, it can go past it, but what we can trade is this level of the double bottom. So that's where Ethereum is pattern-wise. Again, we've lost the support. There's a lot coming down on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, it's looking very very spilly, and the Bollinger on the 4 hour is 1000. So that's, again, that would be a great point to take some more profit. There are the 5 on the 4 hour is coming down very aggressively, crossed over the 10, the 50, and the 20. It's quite clear to see that, at least for the London session, I think the direction is downwards. There might be some sideways, but I think there's going to be some more downward movement for the next 4 to 6 hours. That's it for Ethereum and Bitcoin. I'll see you in the New York session. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Guys, any questions?